Welcome to Behind the Blocks. This is where we bring you behind the scenes of Web3 infrastructure. We want to share with you what powers your apps, how teams will build with it, and who makes it possible. I'm Skelly, and I'm the VP of Sales here at Tatum, and I have my co-host, Ted, who's our head of community. Ted, can you share a little bit about who this podcast is for?
Sure, Skelly. Pleasure to be here on this episode 0 of Behind the Block. This podcast is for all Web3 lovers alike, the devs, the product teams, the founders, all enthusiasts basically who wants to build and get to know what's happening behind the scenes. And the way we want to go about with this series is to cut different aspects of this ecosystem to tackle all different things. So to bring on a whole range of people. One of the series will be Behind the Stack. Here is a show where we have dev stories from inside Tatum, share their journey, what they're building at the moment, with the aim to also educate some devs, share some insights. Of course, explore the Tatum product suite, the features, and the cool things that people in at Tatum are working behind the scenes. One of these series on-chain with, so here is partners chats, interviews, mostly from EasyBlocks or some of our clients. EasyBlocks is our ecosystem of partners, so we have a lot of cool partners there. I think we have about 15 to 20 partners. Correct me if I'm wrong, Skelly.
That's right.
And some wallet providers, Web3 domains, analytic tools, security audits, a bunch of use cases basically. Another series will be chain reaction. Here is where we comment and share our insights on trends, news, the market, what keeps the builders excited about basically. And last one, the fourth series will be voices of the protocol. So here are features conversation with leaders at Blockchain Foundation, exploring real-world utility, ecosystem growth, and the future of decentralized tech.
All exciting stuff. And our ecosystem Easy Blocks, I'll just add, is open to new partners consistently. So always come to us if there's any interest in exploring the value that we can bring you as partners of Easy Blocks. But yeah, that's all exciting stuff, and we're excited to finally roll it out. We really want to come here and show you what building in Web3 really looks like, the stumbles, the wins, all of it. We want to be fully transparent because this is an ever growing space and we're really excited with where it's going to go. And we want to talk about it. So we're excited to be here to do just that. I think we have some cool questions, or three little questions here for me, right, Ted, that you wanted to roll out?
Sure, before we get going with what to expect from this series, let's get to know you a little bit more, Skelly. I have one
Awesome.
for you with what is your first memory of crypto or blockchain in general?
The first memory when I found out about it, my family was all deciding that they wanted to explore crypto. My aunt told me, buy some Bitcoin. And I'm like, this is a scam. What is this? I was very skeptical at first, and I listened to her and I bought, I can't remember, it was like maybe not even 10. It was so cheap at the time to get a Bitcoin. So I bought a couple, spent a couple $100, and after that, the market started to dip and fall. I got really scared. I'm like, this is a scam. I'm going to lose all my money. And I just sold it pretty much for what I got it for and never made a profit. And guess what? Today I don't have any Bitcoin and it breaks my heart.
Mhm.
I know.
That's a hard lesson to
Tragic.
learn.
I know. I know. So now
How is she
I
doing
jump on
now?
it. My aunt's doing great. She still has her Bitcoin. It's actually
So I
helped the
believe
family
she's
out a
doing very
lot.
well.
She's doing really well. And I think in the future, I will listen to her if she tells me to look into something new and innovative because she is on top of everything that's new. So my loss, her win. I'll listen to her next time.
Yeah, for sure. Uh, good move on her though. Is great. I mean, I think we
Yeah.
all had some friends, some family members who wanted to put us inside Bitcoin or crypto in general, and we didn't listen, or we kind of look at them down, and now they're laughing at us.
I know. Now they're telling me meme coins. Try this smart coin.
And now I think we are the one telling our friends and family to enter, and they
oh,
are the
yeah.
one not listening. So
That's true. That's
we'll
true.
see
And
who will
there's
have
all
the
types.
last laugh.
That's true.
You've been working at Tatum for quite a while now. What has changed? in the infra world, sort of say, since you started to work at Tatum?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many, right? I didn't realize we'd have so many protocols to start off. I think that's one of the things that's been growing pretty consistently, the amount of different utilities and types of protocols out there. But for me, I think what stands out the most when I think about that question is probably the switch of more of a mindset of in-house built, having everything built in-house. Um, and wanting to have that level of control where you have everything within your infra and actually considering scalability and the maturing of the market and having to innovate faster. A lot of companies are now considering outsourcing more than ever before, and we're seeing that with many prospects and customers and even partners that we've been speaking to. And I think that's part of, the maturing of the space that we're working in as well. I think as people need to scale, as they need to focus on the core of what they do, they're starting to consider, okay, well, this isn't our focus, right? Why are we spending so much time, team members' energy to manage all of this when we can outsource this through somebody else and really focus on innovating and the core of what our business is doing. So to me, that's been a change that I've noticed and I would say more recently more than ever, Ted, to be honest. But I think it's an exciting shift because it's also indicating a level of maturity that's happening also within our industry.
Yeah, especially when you have the infra platform out there that can provide you all the tools you need, why you
Yeah,
want to bother yourself with the complexity.
exactly. Exactly.
One final question for you before we head to the next part and the main part of this podcast. What's the piece of advice you wish you got earlier? Maybe another one that your family member shared with you, but something else.
For me, it would have been great because I remember when I came into, before I worked at Tatum, I was consulting and I had full control over, who I wanted to work with. The time I worked, it was great. It was difficult for me to consider going back into a company and not being a consultant. But part of during my interview, I should have asked is, what guides the market potentially would have been great to understand the impact really that the ups and downs of Bitcoin, for example, will have on us and the influence that that has on our book of customers, right? The ability for our customers, whether small or big, to stay in the market, right? It's very difficult for them to stay afloat when the market starts dropping. And being here for going on 4 years now, I've seen a lot of the ups and downs of it, the very dark, dark, and the very high, high. So I would say that it would have been great to just been more aware during my first down cycle that the impact would be there and that we should have prepared a little bit earlier for what was coming when we saw that initial drop of Bitcoin. So I would say that lesson learned there. But actually, Ted, I kind of want to hear from you on this. What is maybe a piece of advice that you wish you got earlier?
Hmm. I would say about the same. Just get prepared mentally for the ups and downs in the cycles, especially being really involved in communities for 4 or 5 years now. In the bull market, of course, everyone is happy on socials, in the community, on the Telegram group, the Discord groups. Everyone is talking about the all-time highest prices of whatever project they in. Especially at the time, I mean, last cycle we had lots of ICO, so many token sales. Now a little bit less, but the aftermath of 2021, the bear market that followed, was really, really difficult to handle this community. Most of them discovered also crypto at that moment, so they invested way too much, way more than they could afford to lose.
Yeah,
And the moods in all the groups were terrible. So one advice would be just to manage your expectation, know how to leave the markets, and be careful with the hype. The hype is very good, but it's often maybe a bit late to enter with all your portfolio in these moments.
yeah, that's actually really
So
good advice.
yeah, manage expectation. But still, we remain confident in the years to come.
Well, let's talk a little bit. about why now, Ted, right? Why are we deciding to roll this podcast out now? There's so many podcasts out there. So many people are doing this. Why
Mhm.
Tatum and why now?
Well, if you've been watching what's going on in the space in Web3 infra lately, you probably noticed builders want fast, scalable, debt-friendly tools, always more tools, more chains covered, and we actually covering more chains as the demand is growing. The markets are turning green. Some people are coming back. Many people are actually coming back in the space. Metrics on socials are also starting to look good again, as good as it was 4 years ago in the cycle of 2021. And in parallel to this, I mean, at Tatum, our product team has been on fire recently. They've been shipping nonstop new chains, some really deep improvement to our core tools. So it felt like the perfect timing to launch this series of podcasts.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I'm very impressed with what we've been able to do, and also the innovation that's coming. I mean, just in the last few weeks alone, we rolled out Sui, Lumia, and full Sama as well, to support our new RPC gateway, which is the most exciting innovation that we're currently working on. And I'm so excited to share more when the time is right. We also launched a brand new balancer in Singapore, allowing us to cut our latencies by 5 times across Asia. That's massive. We have a huge market in Asia, a lot of activity there, and being able to serve that market now with proper latency is very exciting.
Yeah, I'm very bullish on this Asian side of things. I mean, on the personal note, I've been living in Asia for over 10 years now, so I see the potential of the region. The energy here is really off the roof. I mean, so many devs, so much curiosity, a lot of young talents. You go to coffees, you will see a lot of young guys with hats of Polygon or Binance. So you see there is a very strong interest here. And by the way, if you're listening from anywhere across Asia, I mean, drop your city in the comments. We want to know where builders are tuning in from. And also one thing you didn't mention, or maybe I cut you, sorry, but we also expanded our data API coverage to Base, to Arbitrum, to Optimism recently. So I mean, you get better data on all major L2s, and of course we support Polygon for a long time. So yeah, great time for us to launch this series. But we want to bring the people building on these chains to the podcast as well, so everyone can learn from the experiences too.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for builders out there, right, is users, people getting exposure to what they're building and actually using what they're building. So it'd be great to also be able to help tell the stories and share what you're building, get some exposure, help, get users on board trying it out. I'm sure Tatum as a team would love to try what you guys are doing as well. We love to explore new solutions that are out there. So I am excited to be able to tell these stories, not just to tell them, but to also gain some additional exposure and users, because that's how our industry grows, right, Ted? We need more users and
For sure.
interest in apps out there.
Demand is growing, user base is growing. We on the right path.
1,000%. I'm excited that we are here now at the time that we are, and that we've been able to build so much and build such a strong infrastructure
Mm.
over the years as well, so that we are prepared for the now that we're experiencing. So maybe let's talk about what's coming next, right? Well, what can they expect from us in these future series that are coming, Ted?
Well, needless to say, this is just the beginning. This is episode 0. So, of course, a lot more to come. In the next episode, we're taking you deeper into the chains, the stack, the stories, all the people building the infra of Web3, basically. We want to chat with some of our partners on what it really means, sorry, to scale on a product on chain, what the devs need behind the scenes to do it, what tools are they are looking for. But it's not just interviews. I mean, we'll break down the latest infra shift, like the institutional appetite for stablecoins we see right now, the rise of RWA chains like Lumia that we added this week actually. We can also dive into some debates like RPC or data API, what is more suitable for your use case, and so on. So a lot of things actually to cover. But I got one for you, Skelly. Who's the guest that you really want to bring on the show?
I think that we'll have made it when we can bring in Vitalik. To me, that would be
Oh,
a
yeah.
dream interview. I don't know
Yeah,
if
that would be a
everyone
cool one.
agrees, but for me, it would be great. How about you, Ted? Who would you want to absolutely bring on
I
the show?
mean, Vitalik would be great for sure. I mean, a lot of good social material for me. I would love it as well. We recently put out top 50 product leaders in 2025, and I came across a profile that is Rohit Wad, and I was really impressed by his resume and all the company he's been to. Right now, he's currently serving at the city of Binance, I think, for about 3 years now. But before that, he had experiences in so many big giant tech companies in the US. He did 25 years at Microsoft, one at Google, I think 4 or 5 at Facebook at the time. So really impressive profile, and I'm sure he has a lot of great experiences to share from the evolution of tech companies in the early 90s to right now, the evolution of blockchain and what path he took and why did he want to move from tech companies to blockchain companies. So I think it would be a great profile to have on the show as well.
So, Rohit, if you're out there, come talk to us.
Yeah, if you're listening, drop us a DM or a comment below.
Yeah, no, we want to talk to you. No, that sounds better. I think that that's a valid reason. Yeah, I've always wanted to talk to Vitalik, and feel like I've seen him at so many different conferences, and I've gotten to hear from him at the conferences that we attended. But the opportunity to actually speak to him is near impossible and very difficult. So I stand by my person too. Awesome. So Ted, I think that covers most of what we had, right? I'm super hyped about what we're doing, where this is going. I'm excited to see what we launch with our different series. Just to set expectations for everybody here. This is definitely a powered by Tatum podcast. So we will have many of our colleagues coming in and out as co-hosts to these. So you might see other faces versus Ted and I. But it's, a common effort that I think the entire company is very excited about what we can learn from this effort, the value we can bring to others that actually join us and speak to us. And I hope that you guys see value too and are excited about what's coming. Right, Ted?
Yeah, for sure. And we mentioned the guest we want to see on the show, but if you want to suggest a guest or if you want to be one, you can drop a comment below and let people know what's powering the apps of tomorrow.
Yeah, come talk to us. Awesome. Well, more to come. We're very excited. Thank you guys for listening to this little first intro episode where we share a little bit about us, what we're looking to do, what's coming, what we're excited for. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.